I saw you was at a barbershop. Long story short, and for some reason the police wind up arresting you at this barbershop.
Unfortunately, man.
And yeah, and I saw a lot of people, man. It was turning into a little baby uprising out there, man.
Yeah, man.
Can you tell us what happened with that and what was the outcome?
I mean, it was a fortunate situation of, it already was an arrest that took place prior.
Right.
And when I went to go see what was going on, because I was in, the back of the barbershop, I come through the barbershop and I'm hearing a lot of commotion. So I'm not about to sit in my car and I'm hearing, freeze, get on the ground.
Right.
So I get out to see what's going on. And I step out to the sidewalk and become the scene.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
so they just cuffed you, didn't say nothing to you?
oh,
Just because you stepped out on the sidewalk.
yeah, I'm there to get a haircut.
You was peaceful, it wasn't
I mean, okay,
irate?
I'll give you the scenario. I go see my barber. His name is Corn. Shout out Corn.
Shout out Corn.
Shout
The
out
hair
Corn.
mechanics. You
Hair
know
mechanics,
what I mean?
man.
Positive brother, been in the community for many years. So he didn't, he didn't raise people in his chair. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, people
Cutting their hair ever since
cutting
they
their hair
was
since they was little boys till they grown. You know what I mean? So a staple in the community and who's also involved with other leaders in Oakland. And that was Beela's barber, you know what I mean? It's still Beela barber. And he introduced me to him, you know what I'm saying? We got the chance to get real close in Detroit, you know what I mean, bond or whatnot. And I started, becoming a client. Right. And then that became me building friendships, which led to me filming that scene of Do It For. That's why I filmed Do It For.
Okay.
And so I'm coming to the barbershop not only to get a haircut for a video shoot that I got that night with B, that'll be coming soon, which I can't talk about yet, but the video's coming soon, though. You know what I mean?
Coming soon.
So my goal was to get this video shoot, haircut, and show Do It For. Because Do It For came out 2 days prior. I go in there, we in there talking about, they got Boots on the Ground video playing. Whoa, whoa.
Okay.
So,
Where your
got my
fans
boots
at?
on the ground, So he's like, Cydal, you see what's going on? You see these parties? These boots on the ground parties. We got to do one. We got to do one. All right, let's do one for sure. All right, he finishing a client. I go to my car. I'm sitting there rolling some weed, you know what I mean? And then I'm hearing, freeze, get on the ground. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? I just left from
in there, yeah.
We just talked about boots on the ground. You know what I mean? And so I just go see what's going on. I step foot on the sidewalk. The police are approaching the barbershop. I'm thinking to step to the side, I might be in their way.
Yeah.
And they said, no, you're under arrest. So me not being from Oakland, me not, I'm in Oakland today, me not trying to over-associate or over-involve myself or nothing like that. I just go to get my hair cut, and that's it. And so the confusion that you see out there is people that saying, this brother don't be out here hanging out.
Yeah, they were very upset.
This brother trying to do his music career,
yeah,
and get his hair cut and get on.
Especially when
you don't bother nobody.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I think he was the owner of the barbershop. It was a guy there at the barbershop that was.
Shout out to Big Mont.
He was very upset.
Oakland leader. Shout out to Big Mont.
And there was a black lady out there too that was going in for you, bro.
Yeah, Big Mont.
She was like, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do anything. I mean, it was like a nice little 20, 30, 40 people out there going. It was going in.
Yeah.
They was going in.
They still took you.
Yeah, man. Follow my IG. That's CMB Narcotic the Poet. You know what I mean?
Oh, hey.
And shout out to Fumble the Ball podcast. Also the Hair Mechanics. You know what I mean?
Shout out to all of them, man.
Everybody out there that stood up for me that day, that really put their foot to, you know what I mean, against authority.
Right.
For somebody that, ain't trying to
authority,
you know what I mean?
who was abusing their authority. Straight up.
They didn't have to stand up.
Right.
But
they did. Because
they stood up.
Because they seen a wrong being done, and they couldn't just sit by. Because if you watch a wrong being done, then you are complacent with it. You are a part of that wrongness being done.
So they stood up for me, and it's for life.
Shout out to the town. That's
for life.
Shout out Oakland.
That's where the Black Panthers came from, and also we already know Oakland going. They about that business.
I had love for Oakland before that, but it got deeper.
Yeah.
It's like we became family.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I mean? And,
better know it.
And they all through the comments, that's good people right there,
sir.
man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They battling with these people trying to figure out why he's arrested, and this thing that made it all this way to Atlanta.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it got big. You got big. It went viral.
Yeah,
Oh,
this go all across
It
the
got
country.
it went
you know what I
viral
mean, and beyond.
And you had a lot of idiots out there with a lot of idiot comments they was making.
I got free Cydal all the way from El Salvador.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
Which you are
Yeah,
El
so,
Salvadorian,
I was
right?
getting, I was getting the support internationally.
Yeah.
As well, you know what I mean?
It got big. It went viral. It
Absolutely.
got viral.
So, but I'm just trying to just clear my name on that, and just get back to the music. What I've been doing.
That's what it's all about.
That's what I came to do that day. Go get a haircut for my music video. I was able to get out them cuffs and even explain to the cop, I'm trying to get to the video. What we doing?
Yeah.
But always remain at peace, remain calm when you in them cuffs. You know what I mean? It could be a confusing situation, like as it was for me. Just remain calm. You know what I mean? You're going to get out that situation. But sometimes a little silence will take you a long way.
Yeah. Yes.
Cooler heads always prevail.
Yeah.
Because, police, they don't know what they doing. The cop that arrested me was 25 years old.
Yeah, he was a youngster. I saw him.
He don't know. He don't even know how to
He
live
a
life all the way yet.
He probably a rookie.
He was more nervous than you were.
So I knew to be calm, and that's what got him calm. Hey, thank you so much for being so calm. We're gonna let you go. Don't worry about it. But just we gotta see what's going on. So we was able to talk as gentlemen.
Communicate.
You know what I mean? But not he definitely read my rights. Hey, you have the right to remain. Woo, woo, woo. But I'm only here for a haircut. Hey, I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
So it ain't nothing to know.
And
I don't even know everybody's name over here. I don't
want to know
you
nothing.
understand me?
And don't want to know nothing.
Don't want to know.
Actually, just drop me.
I'm
off
a
at the
patron.
next-
I'm just coming here to get my hair cut.
Yeah.
But as far as
slide.
the leaders that stood up that day, I mean, just
shout out to all of them.
On Father's Day, which is what, yesterday?
That was yesterday.
Yeah,
so not to, because y'all gonna be seeing this, but yesterday was Father's Day, and these same gentlemen, Mont, Corn, everybody from 8-5 was giving away free food, free car washes, free detail, free haircuts to anybody that pulled up, and giving away to the community. They was doing that prior.
That's what's up.
I was going there because it's love anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
they,
and they not doing that because of a situation that happened that day. They was gonna do that prior anyway. They've been giving out.
That
to the
made
community.
it even more to better. Like, let's do. It made it more exciting about doing it, being given back, because our community had his back.
Yeah. In a time where resources is being cut from the community, who do we go to for this leadership? Who gonna stand up? Who's gonna be our voices when we locked up and can't talk? Because the police ain't hearing shit you saying with handcuffs on.
No, they not.
That's all they hear.
So shout out to the whole East Oakland, everybody through Oakland that stood up for me, man. You know what I mean?
And you made it out of there safely and unharmed, and that's what really matters.
That part, you know what I mean? So, I hope nobody has to go through anything like that. And, my lesson to anybody is just, hey, stay woke. You never know. Going to the sidewalk, you could be the next scene. You know what I mean? And it could have went any other way. So I want people thinking because they see a T-shirt or they see different people making memes or different things to it. You got to make light of the situation. You know what I mean? I didn't do anything criminal in that situation. So, they made money by putting cuffs on me. I can't get nothing out of it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm not trying to capitalize and just go off of that motion only. You know what I mean? Because I do have music. I have things going on prior to that and after that. You know what I mean? So life goes on, but there's people that's still discovering me in handcuffs for the first time. So I have to speak on it. I have to address it. I have to let people know, I stand for positivity. I stand for peace. You know what I mean? I want change. You know what I mean? I'm tired of brothers getting arrested and shot and killed with handcuffs on. That I could have been the next one easily that day. So it ain't nothing to make fun of or play of or nothing like that. But like I say, I am a comedic person. I like to laugh, and so I'm gonna make light of my situation because it is a sad situation. Moms wasn't happy when that happened. My pops wasn't either.
That's like
what I mean.
So me of Illa J song.
So
it says every time we see a cop, I gotta pray we make it. We know y'all all ain't racist, but the few don't show their faces. You know what I mean? We don't hear their voices, so we running out of patience.
These are public servants who our tax dollars are paying them to murder us. They're public servants. That means that our tax dollars is their salary. We're not paying them directly, but we're taxpayers, and you're public servants.
And they're human. and they're gonna react off human emotion.
And they're human.
Yeah.
And it was chaotic that day, and they could have reacted.
But if you go in with a preconceived notion about this group of people, then now your reaction is not the way it should be. You're not going in to calm a situation down, straighten out a situation. You're going in off the top. All you're thinking about now is, I'm in charge, I'm the boss, and I might have to use violence. When you're at a barbershop with a brother who's on his way to a video shoot, these people are working, eating food. Nothing aggressive is going on here, sir. You guys are the most aggressive people out here.
One thing I never spoke on, but one of the most heartfelt things, because I lost my grandmother about 1.5 years ago.
Right, rest in peace.
And so, rest in peace.
Sorry for your loss.
And when the lady that owned that whole lot, when I was in the back of the patrol car, where's my grandson? Is my grandson back there? Why y'all got my grandson for like that? He ain't do nothing. He from out of town.
Yeah.
Why y'all got him for?
Yeah.
In the car, in the window, talking to,
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm the grandma today.
When I
I'm
say
stepping up
everybody
for it.
stood
Yeah.
up, and I just seen her for the first time yesterday. He gave me a big old hug. We hugged and talked about it. And she's like, "I see you, baby, going viral. 5 million, huh?"
Oh wow! Off of that good.
Yeah. I didn't know how further or how far it got until
It was big, bro.
this one. I know.
Oh wow!
It's a few instances I've been getting people. Hey, you the one arrested, but I don't really talk to my neighbors like that. My brother taught me, just keep some things to yourself, especially in new neighborhoods, you know what I mean? So my neighbor must have seen me yesterday.
You like my
He said, hey, let me holler at you real quick. He said, you all right, man? Yeah, I saw what happened. How you know about that? He said, man, I saw it that day.
Oh wow!
It
So
went
it just
up
hit
there.
everybody.